Well, this day already starts off beautiful with pushing this heavy bike up that hill and then rolling down it and hoping it will fire up. So let's go. For fuck's sake. Gear in and let's go down this mountain. Oh, come on. Okay, now we're full force to the white car over there. Let's go. Was close. Come on, you can do it. Fire up, fire up, fire up. Ooh, this has gotten quite quick all of a sudden. Ooh, and the hill. Oh, I cannot reach any brake. Oh, because I have to keep the gun. No. Oh. Welcome back to the 3 miles MC. We're today back in Iceland, still on the ring road. Our goal for today is seeing one of the most beautiful waterfalls in Iceland, a waterfall where you can walk behind, and then make our way to Reykjavik. Why are we making our way to Reykjavik? Because I met some people on the way on a camping ground and they seem pretty nice, and they are in Reykjavik at the moment, and I want to socialize for a bit because those travels are always quite alone and isolating, and then when you have the opportunity to meet people, definitely do it, because often the people that you meet make the trip the best, you know. Also, something that I wanted to get into, it's often a side that you don't see in those videos and that you probably also don't see in other creators' videos, is how much time consuming it often can be to travel with a motorcycle. Like, you have to take care of so many things, like just packing the bike every morning can be such a nightmare. You're just constantly running in and out of the building and putting all your stuff back on the bike, and then stuff doesn't work and then you need the straps to fix it. Also, in general, at the topic of luggage, I will try to find myself in Reykjavik a little backpack, because my rucksack broke and I cannot wear it on my back anymore, so I cannot keep all my recordings safe. If I look a bit chubbier today, it's because I have a hard drive in the pocket of my... Oh my god, and again the rain. Yeah, in general, the storm is still a little bit of an issue, but it's to a degree where you can drive again. So that's definitely a plus. And I fixed all my technical issues, not all of them, but like I put out a second microphone. That's now my last microphone that I have. Then I have to find a different microphone solution because those ones are not getting produced anymore. Yeah, in general everything is quite beaten down right now. Like, I had to push start the bike earlier again. But we are making our way through Iceland, and after Reykjavik I want to explore all the different sites around Reykjavik and make my way to the West Fjords. That is our general plan. Because of the storm I had to stay in a hostel for one night. I actually managed to find quite a cheap one, which was nice, even though it had really shitty reviews on booking.com, and you could also really see why. But it was not that bad because I was completely alone there, and it smelled a bit weird and it had a little bit of The Shining vibe with like the hallway and so on, and a lot of design cues from the 80s. It looked a bit scary, but it was really nice because I was alone there, so I was able to just chill and kind of have a moment of privacy. So, I now found parking over here because all this parking was not for free, and this is kind of not allowed to park here, but I'm a motorcycle, so because my rucksack has torn, I have to leave it on the bike, which kind of sucks because my laptop and everything is in there. Oh my god, it's still so windy. I hope the bike keeps standing because everything is constantly blowing away. Yeah, you see how the bike is shaking. Oh, now it's a little ice rain as well. The bike stand has a little bit of an issue with the tires. Usually the bike easily tips over to that side. So now the wind is kind of in the right direction. Okay, let's go. You see over there the incredible waterfall. And this is where we are going to go now. I think this is now the easiest way with the microphone. If any other way you will not hear me with the wind. So as you can see, we're now getting closer and closer to the waterfall. Ooh, it's cold and windy. Oh, look at all the water already getting kicked up here. Let's get wet from the waterfall. All the water gushing in my face. There's so much water coming our way here. We made it, we're behind the waterfall. I am so happy to experience this. This is so incredible. Just seeing all the water gushing from up there to down there. This just looks incredible. But we have to get back to the bike because it's just getting too wet and too cold here. But just look how the water is just gushing away from there. Incredible. So let's get back to the bike. Before completely making our way to Reykjavik, I wanted to show you guys this beautiful landscape. I was just like driving a bit off of the main road, because the main road is not always the most fun road. So this is just incredibly beautiful. Just look over all those fields and the mountains over there. Also, what is nice here in the inland, the wind is not as strong, so that's really chill. My shoes are really still a little bit wet and not close to dry, which kind of annoys me. I'm also thinking about later stopping by a supermarket and maybe even buying a second pair of shoes. Also, something that I want to say, those roads is stuff that you usually only see in videos where people with proper adventure bikes go over stuff like this. To be honest, the XJ is totally doing fine. Also, I understand the purpose of standing up on the bike. I totally do. It doesn't really make sense here, and you see in all the Iceland videos, you see everyone, as soon as they hit the gravel road, everyone is standing on their bike, and then you just look at the road and you think, why? Like, honestly, why? Like, you have a little bit more control in the sense of that the bike more flows underneath you, yes, but you're not going crazy fast, and also you're at those still like really, I mean, this is already a bit rougher with all the little rocks, you know, but still, like, oh, what is coming over there? Oh, we have a lot of ice hail right here. Boy, the wind is strong here. Oi. The wind really wants to push me inside. The thing is, this river is beautiful and it would be nice to cross through, you know, with the motorcycle. But I want to go to Reykjavik, and I kind of have a date, and I don't want to have wet feet again. Because then my socks are wet as well. And that just doesn't leave a good impression. I mean, I could drive through it, yes. I am also really sure that the XJ could make it. But the thing is, we cannot continue that much into this area, because over there the highlands start. and the Highland Road is still closed because of hazardous weather, because of the storm. So it doesn't really make sense. Also, sadly, the winter has still been really tough on Iceland, for Iceland, so that a lot of the roads are still blocked because everything was way colder for a longer time. So to avoid road damage and to give the nature a chance to reflourish, yeah, honestly, it's kind of a shame that I'm not driving through it. It would make for a cool recording. Like, the thing is, the XJ could definitely do this, I'm 100% sure. I just don't want to get my feet wet right now. Like, maybe we find another river on this tour, because honestly, I'm really looking forward to my evening, and I don't want wet feet for that, because that just doesn't leave a good impression at all. So sadly, we'll have to turn around. I hope you guys are not disappointed in me that I now didn't drive the XJ through a river. I think I could definitely manage it, and I want to do it at some point, and I hope that I get a second chance here in Iceland if the F-roads maybe open up later in our time here, because I think they still will, because they definitely should by now. Whoa! Hui! That rock just threw me off a little bit. Oh, and the wind. So let's get out of this one. It's just okay. The last few days have been such a dread with the wet feet, with all the mud. And I mean, I would do it if I didn't had something to do in the evening today. But I need to socialize also, you know. I'm always so alone on those trips, and if there's the opportunity to not be alone and meet someone for a bit, then I definitely should do that, and with dry feet. Definitely with dry feet. And I cannot always just live for making those videos, so my priority is today to have a good evening. But we can still enjoy this amazing road with this amazing landscape right here. That is still incredibly beautiful. Also, kind of another reason to currently not drive through the river in my head is I pushed out at the bike today twice already. And if the bike turns off when I drive into the river because of the temperature difference in the water and in the engine, then it will get really hard to start the bike in here. You know, that will probably not work. And also, I cannot really cool the bike down beforehand because I cannot reliably turn it off. So my air-cooled engine would all of a sudden get blasted with a lot of hot water. And for one cool shot in one video, I don't want to risk the asset that I use to make my videos. You know? It's kind of a shame that the F-roads are still closed, to be honest. I hope that changes after Reykjavik, because they were already once before the storm labeled orange. Like, first of all, they were like labeled that the nature has to recover, and then they were labeled orange for like one evening, and then the next day the storm came, and in the storm they got labeled as closed because of hazardous weather again. Yeah, so now they're completely red in the safe travel map, which is kind of a shame. So let's overtake this little small car, because with the motorbike we are more off-road capable, definitely, and a bit quicker. So, but this car is in the good part of the road, so we have to go into the bad, ugly part where it's just swimming all over the place. Actually, if you hit like those like very deep gravel roads where you just sink in the gravel, with this front wheel, a speed about 60 makes you just like glide over them. So then it's all good. A part of when the wind catches you, then of course it becomes a struggle really quickly. The wind from the side is strong. The evil thing with the wind is if it catches you on the side like this here, whoopsala, it can actually push you on like the road surface. Let's explore that one. That one looks fun. Actually, this one is really nice, just alongside this river with all the different paths in it. Let's see if we can... Whoa! Let's see if we can make it over this little thing all the way to the other road. Whoa! The wind from the side is again really sporty. Whoa! Come on, guys, we can do it. Yo! Yo! Whoa. The wind is kind of a problem. Yo, you can see how the wind is just washing up that water over there. Oh my god. Like, to be honest, on the gravel roads in the terrain, that was till now never a challenge. We like, I mean, of course that one episode it was a big challenge, but like the gravel roads and the sand and everything is fine, and also the deep gravel, but this wind, that is just, oh my god. Fuck. I can feel how the wind is pushing me on the rocks, like how the wind is digging the tires to the side in the road. Okay, come on, come on, come on. I don't want to get my feet now completely wet. I didn't go through the river to have dry feet. Come on, guys. So let's get along here. Over this little path. Before now continuing on my way to Reykjavik, I've got myself a burrito. I'm now enjoying this in some wind protection here behind the supermarket, and then we'll get on the road. We are on our way to Reykjavik, and this wind issue is still really bad. Like, you don't even feel safe above, like you don't feel safe at all, to be honest. Like, you can see the cars are overtaking me because I just don't manage to drive properly in this. Fuck. I'm trying my best, but everything feels really unsafe. Like, if I would have a choice, I would just not drive, you know? And also this wind is just kind of really annoying because it's a constant. It's always there. Like, if it would just be like the first day or the second day here in Iceland, it would be fine. But it's constant raining, constant. No, the wind shear. Like, it's just a constant all the time, and that is really annoying. Like, I don't know how to manage this, and to be honest, this is also not fun. I'm just getting from one side all the time just the shit beaten out of me from wind. I'm already quite far away from the sea, and it's still like this. I always have to lean the bike against the wind, and sometimes have to put one foot down to manage this. I'm not sure how that was for the other people who traveled Iceland on YouTube, but maybe I'm in for a little bit too much because I'm not managing this that well. Also, the wind is so strong that we currently have 2 degrees. that as soon as you take off a glove or take off your helmet, you have about like 20 seconds to use feelings in your hands, because it's just so windy and so cold. And when adjusting the microphone and everything, that's actually kind of annoying. Always when the buses overtake you, because like all the other vehicles still feel comfortable going like 90 and I don't feel comfortable above 70. And then when a bus overtakes you and all of a sudden the wind goes away and you almost just like whack all over to that side, it's like honestly, if it would just be the cold or the rain, I would be fine and would manage okay and would not be freezing so much. But like this wind is the only thing that makes this really hard. I mean, the cold and the rain is not great as well, but I mean that was to be expected. But I didn't expect the wind to be constantly so strong that you constantly have to lean so hard against it on the motorcycle. It's just scary. We now made our way all the way to Reykjavik, and I will now check into a hostel. I'm so frozen through. I really hope that the weather becomes better soon. Like, if I wouldn't have to go back to work, and if this YouTube thing would be my full-time thing, which is, it's really far away from that, I would probably just do a break for like 4 or 5 days and just edit videos, because with this weather, with the side wind, there's no real reason for driving at the moment, because it just sucks. Okay, 5 minutes and then we've made it, and then I can have a hot shower. Oh yeah, I will have a hot shower and then try to have a good evening. And yeah, that's my goal. Oh, just so fucking cold. Oh. So this is Reykjavik. It doesn't look like that big town, to be honest, but it is. It's where most of the people in Iceland live. Not far anymore. So I think we've made it.